So first hand out of the box, we open a spade in third seat. Looks pretty normal to me. We do have a 12 count despite the singleton queen. There's some merits to doing something else, like maybe opening 2 spades or even 3 spades if you wanted to be hyper aggressive. But I think with all of this defense and fairly little offense, I do prefer the 1 spade opening bid, even though we're in third. So we open a spade, our partner bids a no trump, we rebid 2 spades, our partner jumps to 4 spades, which is interesting. Normally that would indicate a 3-card limit raise here, but the fact that partners have passed hand, they had Drury available to show a 3-card limit raise. So this is like a 2-card limit raise of some sort, and I think this auction essentially is impossible. After a third seat opener, you can't really game force. Whether or not you're playing a sound opening style, everyone really should understand that third seat openers can be shaded a little bit, mostly to disrupt fourth seat's action. So this 4 spade bid is more or less just completely impossible. But anyway, let's see what partner turns up with. Looks like a hand that fits fairly well with ours. I mean, opposite our singleton, partner has no wasted values. The 9 of spades could be a useful card. We can use that to remain in dummy and take a second spade finesse if we think that that will be helpful. The diamonds nicely fill in our diamond suit. Unfortunately, looks like the opponents are going to be able to set up a diamond ruff, and unless they mistakenly cache a club somewhere in the middle here, they might they'll be able to have communication in the club suit to get their diamond ruff. It looks like West is going to be the one who's short in diamonds. Now, I don't know if I've spent a lot of time talking about this on my channel, but I think I've mentioned that generally you want to make the play as declare in the opening lead suit that confuses the opponents about the layout of the suit as much as possible. And that means when you have touching honors, as long as you're not giving up a trick by doing so, right? Like if we had king queen 5th opposite jack 3rd, we wouldn't want to do something like play the king and then dump the jack under it, then we would just blow a trick in the suit. But here, I'm going to put up the king of diamonds and I'm going to play the 10 from my hand. And I guess I could also play the jack. It's kind of irrelevant, but I'd prefer concealing honor cards or higher ranking cards. Since West, if they had both of the jack 10, would have led one of those touching honors. So East knows we have at least one of them. And the fact that the 7 of diamonds might look like a high spot, but 7 could be from 10-8-7 or jack 8-7, we want to make East at least a little bit scared of returning a diamond, which may well give West a ruff immediately, or if diamonds are 3-2, might set up a potential diamond ruff with East likely having a club entry. So, oh, well that's a little sad. East plays the 6. I spent a while talking about this, and now East has made kind of a, I would call it a brain-dead play of not winning the ace. Like, you cannot duck the ace in this spot, but it seems the robot has other plans for us. Well, I'm going to play the 10. I mean, I guess there's some chance that West has led, like, low from ace doubleton or something, but otherwise, I don't know, ducking that diamond is just such a weird play from East. Because if I did have a singleton, then East would just be blowing up the entire suit. I mean, maybe they know from the count somehow that I can't have a singleton diamond. Anyway, it's hard not to run the 9 of spades, I think. Even though I have the suspicion that East's high cards might only be the diamond ace, and they're worried they don't have a club entry. I think I just have to take the spade finesse. It is the percentage play in the suit. So king of spades is offside. We get a club throw. Club to the ace. Okay, that's really weird now. And now is it going to go ace of diamonds? What crazy, crazy defense. Hopefully we see another club. That's nice. Now we didn't have to worry about the heart finesse, so we can just claim we're down 1. Not much we can do after the opening lead in diamond duck. I mean, West could have returned a diamond when they got in with the spade king. They made this also a little bit unusual play of leading club away from king jack here, rather than pursuing their diamond ruff. But yeah, the 6 of diamonds play at trick 1 is just not something that anyone should ever be doing. But it did not cost our opponents here. I mean, West had a doubleton diamond, not a singleton, and king third of spade. So even if we had gone spade to the ace and a spade, West would still be able to get their ruff. Okay, pretty flat board to start out. Let's take a look at board 2. We open a no trump in second seat this time, 16 count, 4-4 in the majors. Our partner has passed us here. We get a club opening lead. Well, normally, I would say, like for human players, this would be a 4th best club lead. And there's, you know, only 4 4-card holdings that the 6 could come from, given the spot cards that we have. It could be queen jack 8-6, queen jack 9-6, queen 9-8-6, or jack 9-8-6. And for 2 of those, if we play the 7, it will force an honor, and we'll later be able to take a club finesse. And for 2 of them, if we play the 7, it will force the 8 or 9, and our 10 of clubs will remain as a stopper, but we won't collect 3 club tricks. So it's kind of like 50-50 what we would want to do opposite those holdings. Now, given that I know about my opponent's tendencies, the robots, I think it's way more likely that the 6 of clubs lead is a doubleton, in which case there's probably going to be no winning play for our side. I think it's almost impossible that West would lead from jack 9-3 or queen 9-3, well, queen 3rd or jack 3rd, effectively. And I think there's essentially 0 chance that West would lead from queen jack 4th of any kind. So I am going to play the 7. I mean, I kind of expect East to play the 8 on this trick. Maybe if we get very lucky, the 6 of clubs is from like 9-8-6, and the 7 will force an honor. So that's what I'm going to do trick 1. Let's see what happens. Okay, the 6 of clubs does force an honor, which isn't exactly like a winning position for us yet, because I do suspect that West has started with 9-8-6 of clubs. But this means that East won't be able to return a club if they get in. And it feels pretty natural to play on the heart suit now. Now in the heart suit itself, with an abundance of entries to the south hand, we can afford to play the first round of hearts low to the 9. If we didn't have enough entries to the south hand, maybe we would have to lead the jack of hearts just in case it held the trick, so that we could then use fewer entries to take heart finesses. But playing low to the 9 allows us to pick up a singleton queen with West, which is basically the only holding that it matters for, but I think this should be fine. I'm going to lead the 6 of hearts. I do want a 4th round of hearts entry to the dummy, so preserving the 3 to cross over to the 5 later could be very important. Heart to the 9, and East plays the queen. Okay. Does switch to the queen of spades. This is something that was a little expected from our perspective. You know, small doubleton spade as opposed to jack 3rd of diamonds. There are going to be a lot more spade holdings that East would be comfortable switching away from. So I'll win the ace. This queen of spades switch in the middle of the hand especially doesn't necessarily mean that East has the jack. East might, but it's very possible that East has a holding like queen third and didn't want to lead low because we would be able to duck it around to dummies 9. So the queen kind of forces us to play an honor on this trick, and if West was the one with stronger spades, then this would be a necessary play for the opponents to run the spade suit. One of the things that I think humans and the robots differentiate here is that from East's perspective, West could still have a spade suit of like ace jack 10 fifth over there, and that's why switching to the queen of spades makes a lot of sense. But from a human perspective, West would have led a spade from ace jack 10 fifth, or maybe even overcalled the suit white on red against a no trump opener. So humans would never really switch to a spade suit here from like queen third, but robots might. So, okay, queen of spades, we will win the ace. West appears to have played an encouraging card, so I do strongly suspect the jack of spades is offside now. I'm now going to continue my attack on the heart suit. Ooh, East was the one with ace queen fourth. And we see the 2 of clubs discard from West. Okay. So the fact that East has 4 hearts and West only has 1 makes me now suspect that West actually started with club length. I mean, alternatively, that would give West a doubleton club and a singleton heart, and they didn't bid over a no trump white on red. Which I suppose is possible. I mean, so far, West has turned up with all of just the jack of spades in terms of high cards. But let's duck this around to West jack, set up an extra spade winner. A spade does get returned, so we can win the king in our hand. And from a technical perspective here, I mean, West led the 6 of clubs, is followed with the deuce. If West happens to have the king, queen of diamonds in addition, we could cash 2 hearts, play a diamond to the ace, and play the 10 of spades, and West starting with a 5-card club suit and the king, queen of diamonds would be squeezed. The issue with that line of play that I'm looking at is that if I'm wrong about the club position, like if East actually does have the queen of clubs and I take another club finesse, I'm going to strand the king of clubs winner. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. As long as we trust West has made a natural opening lead, the robots do play 4th best. The fact that West led the 6 and followed with the 2. If West follows to a 3rd round of clubs, we know that West started with the missing honor, the queen of clubs. And if West does not follow to the next round of clubs, well then the club finesse wasn't working anyway. And we can just go up with the king. So I think I will try for this probably unlikely squeeze. Oh, there's a club discard. And a diamond pitch. Aha! West was in fact squeezed. West was not in fact squeezed. West just elected to ditch their entire club suit. Or, wait a second, clubs were 6-1. Okay, I was counting East for 2 clubs. Fair enough, fair enough. No squeeze available, of course, since West did not have the king, queen of diamonds. Otherwise, we would have made an extra trick there, but plus 150, not a bad result. And let's take a look at board 3. So we pass in first seat. We're white on red. West opens a club. Our partner overcalls a diamond, East bids a heart, and we decide to bid a spade. Looks about right to me, and somehow this just passes out. Whoa, partner. Maybe passing a spade on partner's hand is actually not that crazy. I suppose if, from our partner's perspective, 2 hearts, or 2 clubs was not natural, then they were stuck. But we have 2 cubids available, and 2 clubs should be a natural suit, I think, because West has just opened a club. They don't necessarily have to have a long club suit of their own. So our partner should have been able to bid 2 clubs, mostly due to the fact that 2 hearts would clearly not be natural. When you cubid in front of a player who has a natural suit, you can't really be attempting to play in that suit yourself, just generally. So 2 hearts would be the hand that would show, I'm not sure what, but some sort of values, and therefore 2 clubs is available as a natural bid. But one of the things I was thinking is that passing 1 spade isn't so crazy because North probably knows that we're in a bit of a misfit here. And if the opponents bid over 1 spade, North can just start doubling them. And we can collect a large penalty. So it's like, yeah, if we end up playing in a spade, it's probably not going to go so great for us. But sometimes the opponents balance a no trump, and then we can double that. Sometimes they'll balance 2 clubs. You know, East has a 4-card club suit, and clubs are 5, 4, 3, 1 around the table. We can double that as well. Sometimes they'll bid out to 2 hearts. If partner has hearts, which is possible on this type of auction, we can double them there. So I think passing a spade isn't so bad if that was your objective, but 2 clubs is perfectly fine. So we get a heart lead. And I think objectively here, we're just going to try and cash as many tricks as possible and take a couple of roughs in our own hand in the minor suits. We know West has at least 3 clubs from the 1 club opener, so we will be able to play ace-king of clubs and lead a club towards our hand. Even if East shows out, we should be able to rough that with one of our small trumps. Looks pretty normal to lead a diamond up towards the king, given that West has opened the bidding. But I think our first objective might be to well, I'm not sure. I was going to say my first objective might be to set up a second heart trick. But if East has the king-queen, East can then put a spade through. Start pulling some of our trumps. So maybe we just play a diamond to the king immediately. So heart to the queen. Well, we'll definitely win the ace. We don't know where the king of hearts is. I mean, I suspect it's with East. I mean, the reason I want to play a second heart is that I want to be able to cash my 10 of hearts before one of the opponents, presumably West, discards a heart and ends up roughing that trick. I mean, diamond to the king is not that crazy right now. Diamond to the jack also not that crazy. We had 7, partner had 13. East, if East has the king, queen of hearts, East still has to have another card somewhere, because otherwise West would have 15 and would have opened a no trump. So East could have one of the club honors, could have the diamond queen, could have the spade queen. I think I'm going to lead a diamond. There's a good chance that West just hops up with the diamond ace. For all West knows, we could have a singleton in this suit. And then we'll see how West elects to defend after winning the ace of diamonds. Continues a heart. Okay, so West is high load in the heart suit. Whoa. Jack of clubs return. Okay, that gives us a lot of information. Now we know hearts are 5-2. East has 5, West has 2. We know clubs are 5-1. Otherwise, it would be absolutely ridiculous to return the Jack of clubs. So West started with 5 clubs, 2 hearts. That 7 of diamonds that was played on the first round of the suit makes me think diamonds are 3-3. In which case, East has 4 spades. So East is 4-5-3-1. That's my suspicion. Well, let's win the ace. Well, I mean, if I was able to pull trumps right now, I would be pretty happy. The 10 of hearts still blocks the heart suit, or still stops the heart suit. I could take a club finesse and then pitch my other heart loser on the last club. I'm tempted to go king of diamonds, diamond ruff, and lead my heart to ruff and dummy. Because if I did something like I just led the jack of spades and let West win, West could give their partner club ruff, then East could play back one of the 9-8 of hearts. I would cover, West would ruff, and I suppose another club could come through. East could ruff that with an intermediate spot. I think I end up in trouble. So let's go king of diamonds and a diamond. Ooh, East follows high-low on this trick, which is not great news for us. So East played the 7 on the first round and now the 6. Makes me think that actually East has 4 diamonds and West has 2, and therefore West is the one with a 4-card spade holding. Well, yep. I guess I'll stick in the 8. Not sure that it's going to matter all that much. Another diamond comes through. Okay. Well, I have the 10 of hearts. I mean, I guess I also have a spade. So this is not going so hot for my side. Dummy had the 9 of hearts. Oh, not that it mattered. I was just end played at the end. But yeah, if I was able to throw East in, East would have had to lead a heart away from the 8 doubleton later. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do on that hand. Maybe there's a way to make it double dummy, but that was a tricky contract to end up in. I think the defense did fairly well, and the diamonds did not split for us. All right, board 4. Club by partner, 2 clubs by us. Inverted. 2 spades by our partner. Jumps to 3 no, show extras, so we're apparently in our agreements, 14 to 18. We're right in the middle of that with 16 highs. I'm not really convinced by this 3 no bid at match points, actually. My spade suit is so good that if 2 spades really showed... Okay, 2 spades was just a stopper. But if 2 spades was natural, showing a 4-card suit, with the doubleton heart and a lot of aces and kings, I might have been tempted to look for a 4-3 spade fit. Anyway, we have ended up in 3-no, and oh, this is gross. It looks as if the 4-3 spade fit would have been better for a different reason, which is that 3-no trump might just go down. Okay, well, we tried the heart finesse at trick 1. That did not work. So I'll duck. No real reason not to duck, I don't think, on the first trick. 9 of hearts comes back, and West plays the 7. Now in robot context, this doesn't have any meaning whatsoever. But for humans, East would tend to lead a count card back. So this could mean that the suit is 6-3. Well, actually, it seems very unlikely the suit 6-3. West didn't lead either the jack or 10 of hearts. West, did I say East? West didn't lead the jack or 10 of hearts. So East has one of those cards and would not be returning the 9 from a holding like that. I don't see any reason to do anything other than play clubs in the normal way. We could try and get a count on the spade suit first. I suppose I should probably do that. So I'll lead the queen of spades. Interesting. That is an interesting card. Queen, jack, 2, 7. Okay, I think that's jack 10 doubleton. Let's continue the suit to confirm. So king of spades, yep. Let's run the spade suit, just to get a little more information from West on the discards. West has pitched 2 diamonds. Not a whole lot of info to be gained from that. Well, I guess technically I've dropped a trick if East has queen 4th of clubs, but I'm happy to run the spade suit and get some more information just to make sure that I know what's going on there. So if hearts are 5-4 and clubs are, and spades are 2-4, I think someone mentioned to me that maybe the technical percentage play at this point is that it's a 50-50 guess whether to hook West for the club queen or not. But there's also the possibility that hearts are actually 4-5, with West having started with a 4-card suit. And in that case, I think I would prefer to hook the queen of clubs. Why did West lead a heart, though, instead of that jack 10 doubleton of spades? Oh, well, partner bid 2 spades. I guess that makes sense. Four, 2, ace 8. The 6 is missing. That's not a good sign. So either it's 8-6 doubleton with West, or East has queen 3rd. Yeah. So let's find out about the heart split. I mean, I'm not too concerned about what happened in the heart suit, but West did start with 5. West also had 5 diamonds. And this is kind of insane that we would lead from jack 5th rather than ace 10, 9, 8 5th. But the robots make kind of random opening leads. So 3-0 down 1, we misguessed the club, but fortunately for us, the heart suit managed to get a little blocked there in the end. and East had to give us a diamond trick eventually. So down 1, probably going to be a fairly flat board again. It'll be difficult to hook East for the club queen. Some players might have elected to hook West for the queen of clubs, but that will not work out for them. So board 5, East opens a heart. We overcall spade. Looks good so far. Pass, pass, double by East. And we elect to pass, which I think is a very sensible decision. We don't want to be betting 2 spades red in front of an opponent who might have planned on doubling us in 1 spade, especially with such a weak trump suit. So the reopening takeout double, pass 2 hearts by West, pass, pass, we bid 2 spades. I think this is a huge mistake. Not necessarily because I expect the opponents to double us most of the time, but this takeout double probably indicates to me that either West or our partner has spade length. And if our partner has spade length, and we reopen with a takeout double, which I think would be the best choice, our partner will bid spades. We'll get to 2 spades. If we reopen with a double and West has spade length, then we'll avoid playing 2 spades in, you know, a 6-2 or even 6-1 fit where the trump suit is splitting badly against us. And instead, we might be able to get to a 5-3 minor suit fit. So anyway, we elect to bid 2 spades. Here it is. Looks like spades could easily be 5-1 between the opponent's hands on the auction, although maybe it's a little more likely that they're 4-2, given that West didn't double us. So a heart opening lead. East wins the king. Switches to the ace of clubs, probably going to continue the club suit. Okay. So I will win the king. It looks like East started with the doubleton. We're going to do our best to not get the ace of spades, but West has it. And so now club can come back roughed. Oh, but a heart comes back. Okay, maybe we're in business. Wow. So if spades really are 4-2, we can just pull 3 rounds of trumps here. Use that queen of clubs entry to pitch our diamond loser. I have the suspicion that trumps are actually 5-1. No, they are 4-2. They're 3-3. Wow, brilliant bid, partner. This is kind of unusual. East opened a heart and then reopened with a double opposite a passed hand partner with spade length and not really support for all of the other suits. I mean, normally East would be 2-5-3-3 or more likely, you know, something to the effect of 1-5-4-3. I really don't like reopening with double. East could have gotten themselves in a huge amount of trouble here. And how bad is 2 hearts? I mean, they lose 2 spade tricks. This is one of the main problems with takeout doubles when you have 3 cards in the opponent's suit. They have 2 spade losers, 2 diamond losers, a club loser, a heart loser. Off the top, it's only down 1, but they might have some difficulty with only 1 entry to the dummy. Probably can't pick up the entire diamond suit and may end up losing 3 diamonds, 2 spades, a club, and a heart for down 2. Yeah, if our partner had elected to double 2 hearts, which is difficult from their perspective. They don't know who has the strong hand, whether it's us or opener. But okay, on to board 6. We opened a heart as south and second seat. Takeout double by West. Our partner just made a preemptive 4 heart bid. I'll pass. We get the king of spades lead, king from ace king. And wow, oh, this is so ugly. partner with an ace, a king, and a singleton, and also not 5-card trump support, should not be jumping to 4 hearts on a hand like this. You need to redouble or bid 2-no or whatever it is to show a strong heart raise. I know the robots are just looking at this and counting, what is it? Yeah, 9 or fewer high card points, but all of these controls and the fact that your hand just isn't preemptive, you could easily miss a slam, which it looks like we have done here. The slam isn't cold yet. If West wins this and switches to a trump, no, it's pretty cold. Okay, so king of spades, even if West switches to a trump, we should still be able to ruff 3 spades in the dummy. So ace of clubs, we want to be a little careful about how we handle the play here. I can afford to cross to my hand once in hearts, ruff a spade. I can cross with 2 club ruffs to ruff 2 more spades, but eventually I will need to play a diamond to the ace. So I think that is going to be the plan. Heart to the ace, spade ruff low, and I'm going to cross in diamonds immediately, I think. Okay, diamond to the queen. Now I'm definitely afraid to play any more diamonds because the suit could be 5-1, but we can just ruff a spade, ruff a club, apparently high. Yeah, so I can just claim the rest. I can ruff a spade high, ruff a club high, pull the last trump, and then cash the king of diamonds. Plus 680, so we did miss what appears to be a good slam. I'm not sure that it is always making. I think diamonds could be 5-1, and West might lead a trump, which would prevent us from adopting that cross-ruff line that we just saw. But the slam is definitely very good, and in this case with diamonds 4-2, there's nothing the opponents can do to prevent us from ruffing 2 spades in the dummy, setting up the 5th diamond, and cashing it. Well, we've learned from our mistakes on the previous board, so we did bid to slam here. We opened 2 clubs. We have a 21 count, lots of aces and kings, solid 6-card spade suit, looks good to me. 2 hearts from our partner, positive. Wow. We bid 2 spades. Our partner bids 3 spades, so we found a spade fit. This is interesting because the cards we care about are really the ace-king of hearts, and I think that's almost it. It's true if partner has some generic 5-3-3-2 with just ace-king 5th of hearts and out, which I think is kind of a minimum positive response, then maybe we can't make a grand slam. But if partner has ace-king-queen of hearts, or a 6th heart, or an outside entry like the queen of clubs or something, it feels like 7 spades is going to be a pretty good contract. We should be able to set up partner spade suit, maybe spade split, maybe partner has a 3rd round spade entry, either 10-3rd or jack-3rd or something, and we should be able to rough out the heart suit to discard our diamond and club losers some of the time. You know, I'm not trying to say that 7 spades is 100%, but it's probably worth looking into. But it's hard for us to do anything over this 3 spade bid to find out this information. Like, if we q-bid 4 clubs, partner's going to q-bid 4 hearts, and that's probably just the heart ace. We really need to know about the heart king as well. Now, with all that said, I mean, 4 spades is an absolutely ludicrous bid. There's no reason we should be making this call when we're more or less cold for 12 tricks in our slam. I mean, even if partner's off the heart ace and has the king-queen, I would expect them to have something outside. So 4 spades is insane. Our partner bids key card. We show 4 key cards. Our partner asks about the trump queen, and we show the king of clubs. Well, this isn't so bad. Our partner bids 6 spades. The only extra thing that we have, I guess you could call it two extra things, is we have a 6th trump, so our partner might not know about that, but we also have a doubleton heart. And our partner looking at ace king 5th might be afraid that we have like 3 small hearts and the heart suit has a loser, whereas we do not have a heart loser. I would be very tempted to just bid 7 spades. Like, once we made this ridiculous action of 4 spades sign off and our partner bid 4 no trump, I think at this point, once we've confirmed all of the key cards, we should just be bidding the grand. So over 5 hearts, I think we should just jump to 7 spades, avoid any confusion whatsoever. But let's see how we did. Whoa! Okay, this is not at all what I thought partner's hand could look like. For starters, I expected them to have 3 spades for the 3 spade bid. I mean, it's even announced as having 3 card support. And then them deciding to continue on over a 4 spade bid. Kind of unusual. So we haven't really made our contract yet, and actually we're in some serious trouble of not making it. Especially on this diamond lead. I mean, if we didn't get a diamond lead, we could have pulled trumps and ducked a heart, and maybe the suit would split 3-3. With the diamond lead, well, given that partner only has 2 spades, we can't take a line of play like win the ace of diamonds, play 3 rounds of hearts roughing, then go ace of spades, spade to dummy, and use the 4th heart, even if the suit splits, to pitch our diamond loser. One of the opponents will rough. In 7 spades, we would probably need to rely on the queen of clubs coming down doubleton. That way, we would have the jack of clubs as an entry once we set up the heart suit. So we could take a line of play such as win the diamond ace, ace king of hearts heart, either roughing high or low. I guess I haven't really worked out what we would do if east follows to that suit. But then try and pull trumps, use the jack of spades entry to set up an extra heart, and go ace king of clubs, hope that the queen falls, play a club to the jack, play our 5th round of hearts to pitch our diamond loser and claim 13 tricks. I don't think that's the line of play I'm going to take in 6 spades, although there's some merit to trying that line. Mostly just because this is a declare a play only event. I think the reason why I wouldn't take that in general at match points is that we don't know what contract the other tables are going to reach, and playing a little bit safer for 12 tricks in a slam contract might earn us a significant number of match points, as opposed to going all out for 13, but potentially going down several tricks because of it. So my first thought is I should duck trick 1. This will rectify the count. And for some potential squeeze later, which I think is going to have to be an opponent has 4 hearts and the club queen. But at least that's a little bit better than playing specifically for queen doubleton of clubs. And we'll still make the contract if the queen of clubs falls doubleton. We'll just lose out on the possibility of an over trick. So ducking trick 1 makes sense to me. I'm not really worried about any switch. I don't expect them to get a rough at trick 2. I guess it's possible that I should just win this and pull trumps and then duck a diamond. That has some merit, I suppose. Just in case someone gets a rough at trick 2. But yeah, basically the idea is that I'm going to duck a diamond to rectify the count for a round suit squeeze against some opponent, and then, win whatever return, cross to the ace of clubs, play the king of clubs, run my trumps, hope that someone gets caught with a few too many round cards in their hand. Alright, trumps have split. We get a heart discard from East, which is interesting. That can indicate that East is the one with long hearts, which is not good news for us, because the squeeze isn't really going to operate against East unless I go Queen of Spades pitching a club, Spade pitching a club, and then play a heart to the Ace-King. So I'm wondering if that's what I should be doing here. Because if I were to go Ace-King of clubs pitching, or playing clubs from dummy, Queen of Spades pitching a club, another spade, if East is the one with long clubs and long hearts, East will be able to discard after me. Oh, wait, no, this is totally fine still, right? Because the 4 of clubs will actually be a threat in my own hand. Okay, okay. And there's a club pitch. Ooh, this is actually becoming interesting. I mean, now that West has thrown a club, well, let's give this a shot. So Ace of clubs, King of clubs, the Queen falls, and hearts were 3-3. Wonderful. So I think some people in this event will actually kind of play all out for this layout and end up with an over trick, but I like the line of play we took. You know, give this Queen of clubs to West, and I guess also presume West has 4 hearts, and our line of play was going to be required to make the contract. Whereas, you know, if you tried roughing out the heart suit, it wasn't going to work. And then the Jack of clubs would not represent an entry, so you'd go down 2. Anyway, 1430, not too bad, but sadly, I think we might lose a lot of match points. Oh, we might lose a lot of match points just because it was Queen 10 doubleton. So people who just play a spade to the Jack, spade to the Ace, King of spades, and then go Ace, King of clubs are going to get rewarded because they'll have a diamond discard immediately on the 4th round of clubs. A little sad that I suspect, even though we took the right line, we're going to score quite poorly on that deal. On to board 8. West opens a club. Pass, pass. We balance with a spade. Looks good to me so far. We have a 12 count. West makes a takeout double. Our partner bids 2 clubs, Q bid in support of spades. We bid 2 diamonds for whatever reason. I don't understand the robot game tries, because if we wanted to show our best suit, we would bid hearts. If we wanted to, anyway, yeah, so 2 diamonds feels like a weird bid. Partner raises to 3 diamonds, we bid 4 spades. I mean, somewhere or another we got to 4 spades, which feels about right on our hand once partner Q bids, and makes another forward-going call. For example, this 3 diamond bid is forward-going. Partner could have signed off over 2 diamonds if they wanted. So, if ended up in 4 spades, we might have a spade guess or something like that. We're lacking in aces, but we kind of expect our partner to fill in some of those cards. Well, not a great spot to be in. We have, I mean, even after this Ace of Diamonds lead has given up a trick in the suit, we still have at least 2 heart losers and maybe even a 3rd heart loser. Now this could be a hand where, depending on what happens, we might be able to pull trumps, strip the clubs by roughing a club in our hand, play the Queen of diamonds and a diamond to the King, and then lead a heart covering whatever East plays. West will be end played into giving us a heart trick. So I think that's going to be the plan. This can be disrupted in a few ways. I mean, maybe trumps can be 4-0, but I think that's going to be the first attempt. So ace of diamonds and a diamond, we will preserve that king of diamonds entry, which is going to be important. And, okay, well, I played a round of trumps. I wonder if the robots are going to let me claim. They do. That's amazing. So despite the ace, queen, jack of hearts all being offside, the robots could find out, or at least whatever analysis is being used to figure out a line of play, we were 100% cold on the line of play I had mentioned. So if you don't see that, maybe it's useful to like pause and go back and listen to how I had described playing out the hand, but it is a simple exercise in stripping the hand and then throwing someone in. This suit in particular, like king 10 third ups at 3 small. Hey Brad, welcome on in. We had a very instructive 4 spade hand, but I actually have a suspicion as to how the claims work, and this might be a little technical, but I think what probably happens is that when you claim a certain number of tricks, the system simulates a bunch of hands for the opponents, and if your claim is accepted on all of those hands, essentially if there is a single card in your hand that you could play from that point in time that guarantees the contract against all of the layouts that get simulated, then they accept the claim. Otherwise, they reject it. So in this case, like, they didn't really need to realize that we were stripping the hand and then ducking a heart to west, but it realized that if we played a second spade, it was always making 10 tricks. And so they accepted our claim there, which is kind of cool. Pass, we open a no trump in third seat. 15, partner bids stamen. We do not have a major suit, partner invites, and we decide to reject. I've been watching a lot of imps, and I think this is an imp accept. Good 5-card suit, a few tennis positions where like a finesse will allow you to make your contract. But we're playing match points, and our partner has a 9 count. Spade opening lead. So this could be 4th best, it could be 3rd best, it could be 4th best from 5. 3 of spades is missing. We have a bit of communication problems if the diamonds don't split. As ace of spades is our only entry to the king of hearts and dummy. It might be right to play a diamond to the 10. If it loses, at least I would have communication in the diamond suit to access that king of hearts. Probably not, though. I think the opponents are just going to run a bunch of spades and then cash the ace king of clubs. So I guess I'm playing low on this trick. I don't see how playing the ace is going to help me. Seven of spades return. Still doing my best to conceal this 2 from the opponents. I really have no information. I think we just play ace king of diamonds. 2, 5. The 3 is missing. Please don't play the 3. No! No. Wait. I can overtake the queen of hearts to take a diamond finesse. Nah. Well, you were typing out overtake the queen of hearts for a diamond hook? Yeah, it would look really silly if it was the stiff 5, which it was. Alright. Take your spade tricks. I just don't even have a way to get extra tricks if they screw up here. Oh, it was from a 3-card suit. That's amazing. Let's dump the King of Hearts from dummy. Maybe they'll switch to hearts. Okay, maybe they'll continue switching to hearts. They did not. You played a board yesterday, which was a complete roller coaster. Down 2 in 2-0. Oh man, wait, did Craig post in the Discord? Hold on. I have to look and see if Craig actually followed my instructions. I think he's a little technologically challenged, but he had a hand where the robot had 12 top tricks and found their way all the way up to the 4 level. He did not post. Okay, well, spoiler coming up, because Craig has said he's going to ask me to analyze this hand next time we do commentary. But it's just, the robot had 12 top tricks and ended up in 4 spades. Alright, board 10, we got 3 boards to go. Man, I'm getting hungry. This is a huge mistake. I should never do this again. Play this event. Well, it did make. I think they made all 13 tricks, but but it was like 10 solid spades and like 2 outside aces. And the robot was like, well, I'm gonna open 2 clubs and then I'm gonna show spades and then I'm gonna bid 4 spades, and what's the problem? Okay, no, we'll get there. It'll be a lot funnier when you actually see the hand on screen. The aces might get roughed. You're absolutely right about that. Very risky to go past the 4 level. So a hard opening from us. We have an 11 count. Partner bids 2 diamonds. Game forcing. Oh wait, hold on. Does partner have 11? I was curious in these declare play only events. No, partner can have more than 11. I was wondering if it was a best hand declare play only event, but it looks like it's not. So partner bids 2 diamonds. East comes in with 2 spades as a passed hand. I double. We bid 3 clubs, which looks good. West bids 3 spades now. Opposite their unpassed partner's 2 spade bid. I also double. Our partner bids 4 hearts. I'll pass. Okay. I have the feeling that we had a better contract available to us somewhere. I don't know what it could have been. Actually, it might have been 3 spades doubled, because it looks very difficult, given all of this preemption, to reach the good 6 heart contract. Well, so how do I want to do this? Ace of clubs, heart to the king. If that wins, do I need to unblock the diamond ace now? I think so. So I unblock the ace of diamonds. I then play a heart to the queen. That looks good to me. Oh, I should have dumped one of these queen or jack cards. I don't think it's gonna matter, but that was probably a bit of a mistake. Okay, heart to the king. Ended up losing. Completely fine by me. And we can pull the last trump and we have all the tricks. 680. Wow, diamonds were 5, 6, 1, 1 around the table. Maybe someone will get a little over-eager and try and pitch their spade loser early in the play, end up only making 11. 2 boards to go. We pass in first seat, our partner opens a club, we bid a heart. Partner jump shifts to 2 spades. What is 3 diamonds? Oh, it perfectly describes our hand, that's wonderful. So we've showed 5-5 in the red suits. And partner bids 4 hearts, all pass. Feels about right. We only have a 7 count, no interest in slam, I don't think. Trump lead, yes. I can force a trump entry to dummy if I want by covering this and dumping an honor from hand. I don't know if that's useful. I need to decide who I'm hooking for the club queen. I suspect I'm hooking east for the club queen, even though it looks like west is shorter in trumps. You would run the jack on the first round of clubs. That is quite the line of play. Yeah, east might not cover, right? Thinking that we have a void and that we have a guess. My thought is just that like west might have led something that wasn't a heart if they didn't have good diamonds themselves. So to me it indicates that diamonds are more likely stacked behind me and therefore clubs are more likely to be with east. I'm not sure about that though. Given that we've showed 5-5, I suppose a trump lead makes a ton of sense regardless. Alright, let's just play low. So like club to the ace, run the jack of clubs? Maybe? I think I'm gonna try that. Okay, diamond, yep. Can I take the rest from here? I think it's unlikely. I know east has the last trump. So I can play clubs through east if I want. East will ruff. Yeah, there's I don't think there's anything I can hold on. So I play a club, east. Ruffs, I over ruff, I ruff a diamond, I play a club. I mean, I'm just like not in the right hand to squeeze anyone. Yeah, I can run the king and try and pin Jack Doubleton. That's the only real hope that I have, I believe. I mean, if I can cash 2 clubs, maybe I can squeeze west on the pointed suits. Also unlikely to work. You get a trick. Jack third. I don't know if there was a way I could do better. We did guess the queen of clubs, which is nice. Maybe I could have timed this in a more favorable way. I don't think so if I wanted to be safe, though. If I had pulled trumps before going like ace king of clubs, run the jack, then if the jack of clubs lost, I think they might have been able to cash some diamonds? I don't know, whatever. Plus 420, I'll take it. Last board of the set. One spade by partner. We bid 2 hearts, game forcing. Partner bids 3 diamonds. We bid 3 now. Three no feels like a really weird bid to me. I think I would just bid 3 hearts. You could be a little concerned here that over 3 hearts, partner might be uncomfortable bidding 3 spades with a bad 5-card suit. But I think 3 spades is probably just like a transfer to no trump at that point. You don't mind 3 no trump? Yeah, it's probably okay. This just feels like one of those hands where we could easily have a 6-2 heart fit and we could be making a slam with all of these controls that we have. But the 3-no is okay. We do have a club stopper, right? We don't want partner to be bypassing 3-no if we don't happen to have a fit somewhere. I mean, 6 hearts is not wonderful, but it has play, at least. So, club opening lead against 3-no. I will win the king, I assume. Feels like the right plan. This jack could be from a whole variety of things. It looks like clubs are 4-4. I mean, West led the 3 clubs. Hey, Allie. Welcome on in for the very last hand. Run the jack of hearts. Interesting idea. Any thoughts on trying to to take 12 tricks with only 2 hearts? Or take 13 tricks with only 2 hearts? Probably not. Running the jack of hearts seems very suspect because East might be able to put a club through and get a lot of clubs that way. At least heart to the ace, heart to the jack has the benefit of our 10 of clubs might be protected. You know, it is the last hand. Well, would West ever cover with queen third of hearts? I was thinking maybe I could test out a new theory against robots where we should always play 8-card suit combinations by leading the jack, and if they don't cover, then hook the other way. I haven't tried it, and I'm curious whether or not that would produce better results than just playing the suit in a normal manner. Because the robots do tend to overcover honors with honors. But in this case, I don't think West is ever covering with queen third of hearts. Like, they'll just let the jack run around to their partner's hoped for king. That's what you do, and it doesn't always work. Yeah, I know it doesn't always work, but I'm wondering if it works more often, or if it's like, if it can work a decent amount of time that you might pick up a few extra tricks here and there. I mean, heart to the ace, heart to the jack looks very normal. Maybe even a little bit too normal. It is worth it? Okay. Well, I don't suspect on this hand. Ooh, 2, 8, ace 9. 2, 8, ace 9. 8 is a weird card. Oh no, whoever has queen third has false carded. I don't like this. This is really bad news for me. No! Alright. Brad wins again. So West started with Queen Doubleton. East false carded. East played the 9 from 976? Why did East do that? I almost played a heart to the king. Wow. I mean, if it had gone 2 of hearts, 8, ace 6, heart 7, I would have played the king. What a crazy false card, right? Because West with queen 9, 8, or sorry, East with 7, 6 Doubleton would play the 7, and West with 9, 8 Doubleton would have played the 9 on the first round. This was the only way for them to get me to guess wrong. Brutal. How'd we end up? Oh man, 31 on the last board. I guess some people were just leading the Jack of Hearts. Maybe it got covered.